Eleonora, can anyone learn how to sing? I've always thought singing was something you're either born with or not.
That is a great question. The short answer is yes, anyone can learn to sing. If you have the ability to speak, you have the ability to sing. Singing is really just a melodic way of speaking. However, singing well is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time and effort to develop.
But what about people who say they're bad singers? Are they just hopeless cases?
I don't believe in labeling anyone as a bad singer. Often, when someone struggles with singing, it's because their voice isn't fully developed yet. They haven't learned how to control their voice, or they haven't trained their ear to hear pitch accurately. Singing is a choice. You can choose to develop your voice or not. Some people don't want to pursue singing, and that's fine too.
So, what does it mean to be a good singer? Is it just about hitting the right notes?
A good singer has a combination of two essential skills: a good sense of pitch and a pleasant tone of voice.
What does sense of pitch mean exactly?
Sense of pitch is your ability to hear whether a note is in tune or not, and whether you're singing on key. Ear training plays a huge role in developing this. For example, if you can't hear the difference between being on pitch or off pitch, it's going to be very hard to sing accurately.
That makes sense. And tone of voice?
Tone of voice refers to the quality of the sound you produce. Even if you're singing the right notes, your tone needs to be pleasant to the ear. Let me demonstrate. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Oh, the difference is huge. The notes were the same, but the second one sounded so harsh.
Exactly. Singing on pitch and having a good tone go hand in hand. Together they create a pleasing sound, but tone isn't something you're stuck with. You can change it over time by understanding how your voice works.
I feel like I have a lot of work to do. How do I even begin to develop my voice?
Start by being self-aware. Listen to your own voice and analyze how it sounds. Record yourself singing. It can be cringy at first, but it's incredibly helpful. Pay attention to the parts that sound off and ask yourself, why does this sound weird? What can I do to fix it?
That sounds useful, but if I can't figure out what's wrong with my voice?
Sometimes it helps to compare your voice to singers you admire. For example, I once struggled with a closed throat. I thought I was opening up correctly, but my voice sounded strained and depressed. When I compared myself to someone like Maria Callas, I realized my technique was wrong. She sings with an open, relaxed throat while I was tensing my tongue to produce the notes.
And how did you fix it?
I studied my own voice. I asked myself, what am I doing differently from her? Then I practiced relaxing my throat and opening my sound. Over time, my tone improved. It's all about problem solving and adjusting your technique.
You mentioned ear training earlier. How does that work?
Ear training is about learning to recognize and reproduce musical notes accurately. For beginners, I recommend exposing yourself to a variety of music and practicing with simple exercises. For example, try singing a scale on solfege like do, re, mi, fa, so, and focus on hitting each note accurately.
What if I can't tell if I'm on pitch?
That's where feedback comes in. You can use tools like pitch matching apps or work with a teacher who can guide you. The more you practice, the better your ear will become. It's like learning a new language. At first, it feels unnatural, but with repetition, it gets easier.
But what if my voice sounds weird even when I'm on pitch? Is that just how my voice is? Now I leave Eleonora for 6 seconds and talk to you directly. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit subscribe. It helps the channel and you'll never miss a new video. Back to Eleonora. What if my voice sounds weird even when I'm on pitch? Is that just how my voice is?
Not at all. Everyone's voice is unique, but you can always improve it. If your tone sounds harsh or nasal, it might be a matter of adjusting how you're using your vocal tract, like having a closed pharynx, a low soft palate, or a depressed tongue root.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine two singers both singing the same note. One might sound smooth and full, while the other sounds thin and strained. The difference often comes down to technique. Things like soft palate, posture, and how open your throat is. These are all things you can work on.
So, once I've mastered pitch and tone, what's next?
That's when you start exploring advanced techniques. For example, can you let your voice flow naturally with a good vibrato action instead of pushing? How is your vocal range? Can you comfortably hit high and low notes? Are you able to add dynamics and emotion to your singing? These are the skills that take a singer from good to great.
Vibrato sounds really tricky. Is that something anyone can learn?
Yes, vibrato is a natural oscillation in pitch that comes from healthy vocal technique. It takes time to develop, but with practice, anyone can learn it. The same goes for range and flexibility. These are skills that improve with consistent training.
That all sounds great, but where should I start? It feels overwhelming.
Start small. Focus on one thing at a time. Here's a simple plan. First, begin with ear training. Practice matching pitch and singing scales. Then, record yourself regularly and listen critically. Identify areas for improvement. Work on breath support and posture. Good singing starts with a solid foundation. Experiment with tone. Try singing the same note in different ways to find what sounds best.
That seems manageable. How often should I practice?
Aim for short, consistent sessions. 15 to 30 minutes a day is a good starting point. The key is to practice mindfully and not just mindlessly repeating exercises.
What if I get discouraged? Sometimes I feel like I'll never improve.
It's normal to feel that way, but remember that progress takes time. Celebrate small victories like hitting a note more cleanly or improving your tone. And don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own growth.
Ah, that's good advice. I'll try to be more patient with myself.
That's the spirit. Singing is a journey, not a destination. The more you enjoy the process, the more rewarding it will be.
This has been so helpful, Eleonora. I feel like I have a clear path forward now.
I'm glad to hear that, Pierre. Remember, anyone can learn to sing. It's just a matter of practice and perseverance. Start with the basics, be patient with yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for feedback. You've got this.
Thank you so much. Let's start to practice right away, please. Can you guide me?
Absolutely, Pierre. Let's go through 4 simple but powerful exercises. We'll work on your ear, your awareness, your breath, and your tone. First, ear training. Open a piano app or use a digital tuner.
Okay, got it open. Now what?
Then play a note and start with something simple, like middle C. Then try to sing it exactly as you hear it.
And how do I know if I'm accurate?
Use the tuner to check. If it's off, adjust and try again. This helps train your pitch memory and tuning.
Makes sense. So it's like tuning my voice.
Exactly. It sharpens your musical ear and helps you stay in key. Essential for confident, in-tune singing. Exercise number 2, self-recording. Record and reflect.
I hate listening to recordings of myself.
Most singers do at first, but it's one of the fastest way to grow. Here's what you'll do. Record a short section of a song. Then play it back and focus on your pitch, timing, tone, and expression. Write down 2 things you liked and 2 areas you can improve. Then re-record, fixing just one thing.
I see. It's like being my own vocal coach.
Exactly. The goal is to hear yourself as others do. That awareness is powerful. Exercise number 3, breath support, breath hold glide.
Breath control is hard. I always feel out of air too fast.
That is normal in the beginning. Let's fix it. Stand tall, relax your shoulders, and inhale through your nose for 4 counts, expanding your ribs.
Okay, deep breath in, ribs out.
Now, sing ooh on one note for as long as you can, keeping it steady. Use your diaphragm, don't let your chest rise. That was very good.
I can feel my core working.
Yeah, this is perfect. This builds support and control so you can sing long phrases with strength and less strain. Exercise number 4, tone exploration. Color the note.
What about tone? Mine always sounds the same.
Great question. Let's explore it. First, pick a comfortable note and sing it in different colors. I will sing it brightly, then add a little smile and push the sound forward. Like this. Now I will sing it darker with opening my mouth more and relaxing my throat. Now I will try a really breathy version and I will add air intentionally. And finally I will try to make a balance between bright and dark, which means an open vocal tract with a raised soft palate.
Wow, they all sound different.
That's the beauty of tone. It gives you stylistic and emotional range. Record each one and notice how each feels and sounds.
These exercises feel practical and actually doable. I can tell how each one targets a key skill.
Exactly. 10 focused minutes a day with these is better than an hour of unfocused singing.
Give me a minute to summarize. Start small, focus on one thing at a time. Here's a simple plan. Begin with ear training. Practice matching pitch and singing scales. I work with singscope.com. That's an app you find in the App Store. If you have better ideas, put it in the comments below, please. Record yourself regularly and listen critically. Identify areas for improvement. Work on breath support and posture. Good singing starts with a solid foundation. Experiment with tone. Try singing the same note in different ways to find what sounds best. I wish you all the best. Do you want to sing yourself with real power and soul? Do you want to see how Eleonora nails opera, contemporary music, and songwriting? Then click the link below the video or go directly to superiorsingingcoach.com. That is superiorsingingcoach.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. It helps the channel and you'll never miss a new video.